ओम शांति।
ओम शांति।
सभी बाप दादा से मिलन मनाए।
Did you all meet Bap Dada?
और अपने परिवार की विशेष आत्माओं से भी
And you must have met all the lovely
मिलन मनाए।
members of our family.
रिफ्रेश तो हो ही गए हैं।
I'm sure you've also been refreshed.
हमारा तो आपसे मिलना हुआ, ये बहुत अच्छा है।
It's really nice that I've had the opportunity to come and meet you,
समीप देख सकते हैं।
because by meeting we see each other closely. Generally I see you all from far away, but by meeting you personally, it's nice to see you all and know you all personally.
तो आज हम सभी मिल करके इसी बात पर रोगानिहान करते हैं।
So today we are going to have a little chit chat
कि बाबा हम बच्चों से क्या चाहते हैं?
about what expectations Baba has from all of us,
बाबा से बहुत प्यार है।
because we all have so much love for Baba.
और बाबा ने भी हमारे को प्यार के सब्जेक्ट में सर्टिफिकेट दिया है।
And Baba has given us a certificate
बच्चों का प्यार की
in the subject
जो है
of love.
बाबा से प्यार,
In the subject of love for Baba,
मेजॉरिटी पास है।
he says a majority of us pass.
तो प्यार हमारा बाबा से है।
So we do all
तो
have
बाबा
love
ने
for
लास्ट
Baba.
मुरली में भी कहा,
And even in the last Murli,
तो
Baba
जिससे
said,
प्यार होता है
whoever you have
उसको
love
प्यार
for,
का रिटर्न जरूर किया जाता
you
है।
have to give a return of that love.
तो बाबा हमारा क्या रिटर्न चाहता है?
So what return does Baba want from us?
बाबा ने भी लास्ट मुरली में सुनाया है
In the last
कि
Murli,
बाप दादा रिटर्न यही कहते हैं
Baba said
Bap
that the
Saman.
return that he wants is that you all
और
become
कुछ
Bap
बाबा को
Saman,
रिटर्न
equal to
नहीं
the Father.
चाहिए। चाहे
Baba doesn't want
निराकार
any
शिव बाबा
other
को उसको
return.
कौन सी पुरानी दुनिया की क्या चीज देंगे?
What would you give the incorporeal
और ब्रह्मा
Father
बाबा भी
Shiva
फरिश्ता
from this
बन गए।
old world?
तो सूक्ष्म वतन
And Brahma
में
Baba too
फरिश्ते
has
रूप
become an
में भी
angel.
कोई ऐसी आवश्यकता ही नहीं है।
And in
कोई
that
चीज़ों
angelic
की।
form, does he need anything there in the subtle region?
बस बाबा को अगर रिटर्न चाहिए, बाप
So if
समान
Baba
बन
wants a
जाओ,
return, then that return is that we
बाबा
become
कहते
Bap
हैं,
Saman,
तुम
equal
मेरे
to the
दिल में
Father.
रहो और मैं तुम्हारे दिल में रहूं।
In other words, Baba says, let me remain in
यही
your
रिटर्न
heart
बाबा को चाहिए।
and you remain in my heart.
क्योंकि जहाँ
This is
दिल
the only
होती
return
है
I
ना,
want.
वहाँ दिमाग भी ऑटोमेटिक
Because
जाता है।
wherever there is the heart, the head reaches there
अगर शरीर
automatically.
में देखा जाए तो दिल और दिमाग
In the body we always talk
दो
about the
चीजें
head
ही
and the
विशेष
heart.
है।
There are two
उससे
special
कनेक्शन है
parts
सबका।
and there's a connection between the two.
तो जहाँ दिल होगी वहाँ दिमाग भी जाएगा।
Wherever the heart is, the head
इसीलिए बाबा
automatically is
कहता है,
there.
बस एक ही दिल मेरे को दे दो
So Baba says, just give me your heart.
और मुझे कुछ नहीं
I don't
चाहिए।
want anything else.
दिल में मेरे को बिठाओ और
Just seat
अपने
me in
को
your
बाबा
heart
के दिल में
and
बिठाओ।
seat yourself in my heart, in Baba's heart.
तो ये मुश्किल है क्या?
Is this difficult?
मुश्किल है?
Is it difficult?
हाँ? मुश्किल है?
Is it difficult?
पीछे वाले
The ones at the
पार्टनर,
back, the brothers?
हाँ?
Is it
मुश्किल
difficult?
है? नहीं, मुश्किल नहीं है।
It's not difficult.
तो दे दी है।
So you've given your heart, have you?
अगर मुश्किल नहीं है तो हमारे दिल में और कोई बात नहीं।
If it's not difficult, then there should be nothing else in my heart. I should never be disturbed. If Baba's sitting in my heart, how could my heart ever be disturbed? They say, wherever there is a God, there is every attainment. So if God is sitting in my heart, then what else would there be there? So each one of us has to ask ourselves, is Baba continuously in my heart? Because if something comes into your heart, then it reaches your head automatically. If there is only Baba in my heart, Baba meaning the remembrance of Baba, then I shouldn't be remembering anything else. Just like if there's a very bright bulb shining somewhere and you put little bulbs around it, in that situation, that powerful bulb makes all the other bulbs disappear. The light of the other small bulbs don't get seen. So even if small little things happen, they're like small little bulbs. Even if they try to shine their light, they won't be able to influence the light of that big bulb. Because Baba is the Almighty Authority, and no other authority or power can come in front of him. Baba does say that Maya too is very strong. But Maya too is the creation. Maya isn't a creator. We become conquerors of Maya. So this means that Maya is our creation. There's a difference in the power of the creator and the creation.
और वैसे भी देखो कोई भी बात होती है ना, कोई नहीं मानता है दुनिया में, तो कहते हैं मैं कैसे आपको बताऊं, मैं दिल खोल के दिखाऊं क्या आपको?
And even in the world, often people say, how can I tell you? Do you want me to open my heart and tell you? That's what Hanuman said to God. He said, I'll open my chest and I'll show you, you are in my heart, as he was talking to God. So when Baba said in the Murli, sit on my heart throne, the heart throne here means you sit with intoxication, with pride. It's just not an ordinary chair that you're sitting on. It's a throne. He didn't say the chair in my heart, he said the throne in my heart. The one who sits on a throne, his whole form, his color, his look changes, his intoxication changes. We are sitting on Baba's heart throne, and Baba is sitting in our heart. When Baba is sitting in your heart, what else could you want? So in the last Murli, my feeling is Baba is telling us, don't leave that throne.
ये तो देह भान में आने से बातों का
Small,
प्रभाव
small
पड़ता है।
things that
बातों
keep
का
happening
आना
because
खराब नहीं
we
है।
become body conscious. They are not to
बातें
come.
आएंगी,
Issues and situations will
लेकिन
come,
उनका प्रभाव हमारे ऊपर नहीं।
but we shouldn't be influenced by them.
अगर बातों का प्रभाव हमारे ऊपर
If
पड़
these
जाता है ना,
issues have
तो
an
नुकसान
influence
है। बाकी
over
बात
us,
आई, जैसे बादल
then
आया, कई बार
there
इतने
is
काले
a problem
बादल
for
होते हैं,
us.
प्लेन में
But you
बैठते
know,
हैं,
so many things happen.
इतने
Even if you
काले
sit on
होते
a
हैं जो
plane,
देखने वाले को भी डर लगता है कि ऐसे ये प्लेन का पास करेगा।
sometimes there's so many
लेकिन
clouds and the
बादल
plane
कोई
has to
रुकता
pass
है क्या?
through those clouds.
बादल आता है और चला
But it's
जाता है। बात आई,
the task
लेकिन
of the clouds
हमारे
to
ऊपर
come.
प्रभाव नहीं है।
In the same way, it's the task of problems, issues, matters to come. But we should not be
इसीलिए बाबा
influenced
की
by
जो
them.
लास्ट मुरली है ना, तख्त की,
So in this last Murali, Baba
और
talks about
दूसरा
the
बाबा ने
throne.
कहा झूले में झूलो।
And the second point that Baba talked about
झूला
was
देखो
swing in
कितना
the swing.
अच्छा लगता है।
The swing is so lovely, isn't it?
बच्चे को भी झूले में झुलाते हैं,
Even children are always put in a swing and
या
they
गोदी
swing.
में या झूले।
They're either kept in your lap or put into a swing.
तो बाबा ने क्या कहा, एक तख्त दिया और
So Baba
दूसरा
said, the two things I give you
झूले
are
में झूलते।
the throne and the swing.
मनोरंजन हो जाता है ना झूले
It becomes
में झूलना।
entertainment, doesn't it? Just to sit in a swing.
एक्सकर्शन में जाते हैं
When you go on
तो
an
वहाँ क्या अच्छा
excursion,
लगता है
what do you
झूले
like
में।
over there?
चाहे छोटे बच्चे झूले में
You like
झूलेंगे,
sitting on a
बड़े नहीं
swing?
झूलेंगे, तो भी कोई भी मनोरंजन की चीज होगी ना,
Okay, even if
जिसमें
there's no
हलचल
swing,
हो, वही
you want
अच्छा
something
लगेगा।
that's entertaining, don't you?
तो झूलना अच्छा लगता है।
So it's nice to just swing.
तो दो चीज बाबा ने इस बारी लास्ट हमको सौगात दे दी है।
So these are the two gifts that Baba
एक
gave us in the
दिल
last
तख्त,
Murali.
दूसरा बिना बिना झूले में
One was
झूलो।
the throne, and then the second one
कभी
was, he said,
शांति का झूला,
sit in
कभी
different swings.
अतीन्द्रिय सुख का
Sometimes the
झूला,
swing of peace,
कभी
or the
खुशी
swing
का
of
झूला,
supersensuous
कभी
joy,
आनंदमय
the
जीवन का
swing of
झूला।
happiness.
कितने
the
झूले
swing of
हमारे लिए
bliss.
बाबा ने बना दिए।
He's made so many swings for us.
बड़े बड़े झूले, छोटे बच्चों वाले नहीं।
And they're big
अच्छे
swings, they're heavy,
ताकत वाले
strong
झूले
swings,
हैं।
not little swings that kids sit on.
तो जब बाबा ने हमको ऐसी अच्छी सौगात दी है,
So when Baba has given us such
तो
lovely
हम
gifts,
और तरफ देखेंगे।
why should we look anywhere else?
नहीं? हो सकता है ना, इस वजह से हम स्वयं झूले के
Because it is
और
possible, isn't it,
तख्त के
that
और कहाँ यहाँ
we
वहाँ
might look here or
देखेंगे।
there, but no, in this next year,
हो सकता है,
just see the throne and the swing.
हो
Will you look
सकता है।
anywhere else? Can you just stay on the swing? Say yes. At least say Hanji, Pandavs. Will you just stay on the swing and the throne? You're saying it very softly. What's the matter? Just keep swinging in intoxication. Baba has given such lovely gifts. And our aim, our desire, it's not only Baba just saying it, but our heart also wants.
अगर हम पूछेंगे आपका लक्ष्य क्या है, तो सभी के मुख से यही शब्द
So in Brahmin life, if anyone asks you, what do you want? What would you say? I want to become Bab Saman. You want to become Bab Saman, equal to the Father, don't you?
तो फिर समान बनना है,
So if you want to become equal,
जिसके समान बनना है वो जो कहता है,
you have to follow that which the one who you want to become equal to says. And Baba has said such simple things. Just follow the Father. You don't have to think about a new method, a new way. Just put your foot on his foot. It's such an easy thing to do. If someone says, I want to reach that destination, and they just place one foot on the second on the other person's fault. It's so easy. You don't have to become confused, you don't have to stumble, just follow the Father. During the day, whatever work you do, see, Baba has just said, what did Brahma Baba do? Even if you haven't seen Brahma Baba, it doesn't matter. You have seen him with the eye of your intellect, haven't you? You have experienced him, haven't you? Or haven't you? If somebody says to you, have you seen Brahma Baba with your own eyes? What would you say? Hanji or Naji? Have you seen him? Have you experienced him? Have you seen him with the eye of experience? There are many authorities in this world, but the greatest authority is the authority of experience. I'll give you an example of this authority of experience. For example, imagine you've got some sugar in front of you. There's an authority in seeing it, there's an authority in thinking about it, and there's also the authority of experience. If somebody puts some sugar in front of you and says, it's sweet, you think, okay, so it's sweet, and you'll think, oh yeah, it's very sweet, it's very sweet. But it's different if you actually try it, if you taste it, and you feel that it is sweet. So hearing, thinking, and actually experiencing that the sugar is sweet are three separate experiences. If you've just heard that sugar is sweet, and somebody says, do you know, sister, this is a misunderstanding, it's not actually sweet, it's very bitter. Because you've only heard it, you might think, oh, maybe it's sour, who knows? You've thought about it, but you actually haven't experienced it, have you? So from the authority of thinking, we can have doubts, but once you've actually eaten it, you've experienced it. Then if everyone in the world told you that sugar is not sweet, would you believe them? You wouldn't, would you? Because the highest authority is the authority of experience. So you have experienced that Brahma Baba is mine. How did you experience that? Well, what is the father's duty? It's his duty to give you an inheritance, to sustain you. You've experienced his inheritance, haven't you? Happiness, purity, peace. You have experienced these. You've got them, haven't you? You're still getting sustenance from him, aren't you? Baba's sustenance is the Murli. And through the Murli, every day we all get sustenance. Every day's Murli is that day's sustenance. Like a mother, you know, in the morning, she tells her child, don't do this, you're not supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that. In the same way, Baba gives us directions to sleep, to eat, how to get up. That way the Murli becomes a medium of sustenance. So you do have this experience of sustenance, don't you, practically? So you've been nourished, sustained, and you've also got your inheritance. That is the attainment. That's what makes you experienced. So we can say with faith, yes, we have seen Baba. I may not have seen him from this eye, from these eyes, but I have seen him with the eye of experience.
बाबा से समझो मिले प्रैक्टिकल में भाषना आती है ना.
Also, when you meet Baba, there's a feeling there, there's an experience, isn't there?
तो बाबा से हमारा प्यार है.
So we have love for
और
Baba,
बाबा की गिफ्ट हमको मिली है.
and we've received Baba's gifts.
भगवान की गिफ्ट उसका कितना महत्व है.
How important would God's gifts be?
तो बस बाबा ने कहा है और कुछ भी नहीं.
Baba
बस
has
मेरे
said
को
it,
follow.
that's it. I just have to follow.
जो बाबा के संकल्प, बाबा का मूल संकल्प क्या है?
Whatever
चलो
Baba's
विस्तार तो हम
thoughts,
सब जानते हैं.
we won't go into all the details, but
लेकिन
what's the
मूल
essence?
संकल्प बाबा
What's
का
the
क्या है?
main thought that Baba says?
विश्व कल्याण कर.
He says, my main thought
स्थिति क्या
is
है? विश्व
to be a
कल्याण
world
कर.
benefactor. Baba sits on the
आगे
stage
विश्व
of
को स्थिति को.
world benefactor. You can call it his
बस उसको
occupation or
follow
his stage,
करना है. और क्या करना है?
and all we have to do is to follow that.
वाचा में बाबा ने क्या कहा?
In words, Baba said,
मधुर भाषा.
just speak sweet language.
ऐसी मीठी भाषा हो,
Speak
मधुर
such
भाषा
sweet
हो,
language,
रूहानी भाषा हो.
spiritual language.
आत्मा देख करके अगर हम किससे भी बात
If we
करेंगे
speak
ना,
to someone once we've
मानो
seen them as a soul,
हमको क्रोध भी आ रहा हो.
then even if we are feeling
कोई बात
angry,
नीचे ऊपर होती
you know,
है तो
sometimes
क्रोध
things happen and you do feel a little
थोड़ा
bit
अंदर
irritated
से
or
आ जाता
angry.
है ना. लेकिन आत्मा रूप में
But
अगर मैं
if you
उसको
can see
देखूंगी
that
तो
person as a
आपका क्रोध
soul,
होगा.
then would you be able to get angry?
मैं मानो जोश से आती हूँ, मैं इसको जाके ठीक करूंगी.
Suppose I come along, you know, with such a lot of strength and anger. I'm going to set this person right.
और जाते जाते
Why did they
आपकी
do that?
आत्मिक स्थिति हो गई और उस
But
आत्मा
whilst you're going
रूप में
along,
उसको देखा,
you become soul conscious and you see the soul in front of you as a soul. Will you be able to get angry with them?
जैसे आग के ऊपर पानी पड़ जाएगा ना,
It's like somebody would have thrown
भावना
water on you.
ऐसी चीज है जो जैसे कितनी भी बढ़िया आग जलती हो,
Soul consciousness is such a thing that no matter how bad the fire is,
तो बाबा
it's like water on
की
that fire.
वाणी है ही मधुर भाषा.
So Baba's speech, Baba's words are sweet words. And when you see someone as a soul, no matter what has happened, you'll always speak sweetly. Whatever words come out of your mouth, they will be sweet.
और फिर बाबा का कर्मना क्या है?
And what are Baba's actions?
संकल्प है, स्थिति है और कर्म बाबा ने क्या किया?
What did Baba do in his actions? He was a karma yogi, wasn't he? Yogi meaning he was detached and loving, even whilst in action, just to be loving and detached. We get caught in doing actions. So we get influenced by good karma, bad karma. If it's good karma, then I feel happiness. But if my karma is not so good, I get influenced. That's why Baba says always do karma, action and yoga together. Don't just do an action. So if somebody finds it hard to be soul conscious all day, especially when you're walking and moving around, then my practice has always been that, okay, so you know that the soul is seated in the body, and I, the soul, am the master of this body, and the five sense organs are separate. But I am the one who is making these five sense organs act, move. So whatever action I'm performing, I, the soul, am the one who makes these five sense organs do the task. I, the soul, am Karabanhar. the one who makes them act, and the 5 sense organs are the ones who are karan, are the ones who act. It's like a relationship between a master and servant. Would the master ever forget that he is a master whilst telling other people to do the work? Just like in an office, the director would give directions, but whether he's giving directions or not, whilst he's sitting on his chair, he wouldn't forget that he's the director, would he? In the same way, I, the soul, am the director. And by giving directions, I am the one who gets things done. If you keep this awareness that I am the master, I am the one getting things done, even this is soul consciousness. It will help us become soul conscious. It will help us be loving and detached, and not get caught up in bondage of pain. So whilst working all day, keep thinking, am I the director, or have I got caught in these sense organs? I am the one who is Karavanhar. I get things done. Just as Baba is Karavanhar, in the same way the soul is Karavanhar, the one who gets things done. Even if you just keep this awareness, I am the master. I am getting these sense organs to do things for me. Then you remain in the state of being the master. So with this attitude, keep giving attention throughout the day. Because otherwise what happens is, okay, we make ourselves very powerful at Amrit Vela, and even till Murli time we're okay. But once we get busy in our daily activity, it's like we we lose a little bit of our soul consciousness during the day whilst we're doing things. This is why we now have to practice and check ourselves whilst doing our business. Not that, okay, at night I write my chart, and in your chart you write, oh, I wasn't so conscious, so soul conscious doing my activities during the day. That's not good enough, because that time won't come back. But it's better if you make a rule, a discipline for yourself during the day. It's like when you take medicine. If you're told to take medicine every hour, you take it, don't you? Why? Because you know that I'm sick, I need to take this medicine. So you make a discipline for yourself, don't you? So you yourself have to do this checking for yourself. Nobody else can do it for you. And you have to make a discipline, a law for yourself. You decide whether you want to remember every hour, every 2 hours, every 3 hours. You check and change yourself accordingly. And if your percentage drops a little bit, your soul consciousness drops. Soul consciousness dropping means basically you forget Baba as well, doesn't it? All the problems that start are to do with the body. So if you are in that soul conscious stage, then to remember the Father is not difficult at all. So keep checking yourself throughout the day. And that helps you have a continuous link. If you break a link and then join it again, there's a difference. But by trying to remember
फिर आपको
Baba
बहुत easy
every little
लगेगा,
while,
मेहनत नहीं करनी।
then it's not hard at all. You won't feel its effort.
ये
It will be
मेहनत से
continuous.
तो हम बचने चाहते हैं ना।
Because we want to save ourselves from effort, don't we?
मेहनत अच्छी लगती है।
Do you like effort? Do you like making effort? No.
मेहनत से छूट जाए।
And then you'll be free from making any effort.
और दूसरा बाबा ने जो कहा है ना, follow father, तो
And the other
बाबा
thing
ने
the father
ऐसे
said was,
दिया ही।
the first thing was to follow the
लेकिन बाबा
father.
कहते हैं
The other thing
एक
was
निमित्त संबंध संपर्क में आना है हमको।
we have to come into
ब्राह्मण परिवार,
connections
चार
and
निश्चय बाबा ने
relationships
सुनाए थे
with the Brahmin
में,
family.
4 में ही पास सर्टिफिकेट लेना है।
There was 4 things that the
अपने
father
आप में
said
भी
that
निश्चय,
we have
कई
to
ऐसी होती है
pass.
जो अपने आप को
We have to have
मैं
faith
तो
in the
कुछ हूँ
self.
ही नहीं,
Yeah, I've seen people who say, oh, who am I, what am I, my status is not
अपने
high.
आप में ही दिल शिकस्त।
How can you get disappointed with yourself?
तो बाबा ने कहा एक अपने में दिल शिकस्त।
That's why Baba said, don't get disappointed with yourself.
हमारे में कोई कमजोरी देख
Okay.
करके हमको अपने में
Say you see a
कमजोरी
weakness
देख के
within
हम
yourself
शिकस्त हो जाते हैं।
and you feel a little bit disheartened.
लेकिन बाबा ने बहुत अच्छी बात सुनाई।
Baba has
तो
said something
आप
really nice
बाबा
to help
के
you in
साथ
that
combined
situation.
रहते हो?
Baba says, you
है?
remain combined with
बाबा
me, don't
आपके
you?
साथ combined है?
Baba's combined, isn't he?
है, बोलो।
Is he?
हाँ बोलो या ना बोलो।
Say ha or na.
हाँ,
Is he
थोड़ा
combined with you or not?
बोलने करने से थोड़ा कम।
If you keep speaking to me, then you won't sleep.
टाइम ऐसा है।
It's that difficult time of the day, isn't it?
तो वो combined जब हम कहते हैं
So when
बाबा
you
है,
say that you're combined with
combined
Baba,
को कोई अलग कर सकता है?
then can anyone split something that is combined?
साथ को तो किनारा हो सकता है।
If somebody is with someone else, okay, you can push them away. But if something is combined,
लेकिन combined को तो कोई
you
अलग
can
नहीं कर
never
सकता है।
separate it, the two aspects,
तो
can you?
चलो मैं कमजोर हूँ।
So okay, maybe I'm weak. Fine, I've agreed to that. You're
लेकिन
weak.
मेरा साथ जो है,
But the one who is
combined
with me,
जो
the one who
है,
is combined with me,
वो तो कमजोर नहीं है ना।
he isn't weak, is he?
वो कौन है?
Who is he?
सर्वशक्तिमान।
He is the Almighty Authority.
अच्छा मैं कमजोर हूँ।
Okay, I might be
लेकिन
weak,
मेरे एक
but the
combined
one who
रूप
is
जो
combined with me,
सर्वशक्तिमान है,
that is my
उसके
combined
संग
form,
का रंग
is
नहीं
Almighty,
लगेगा मेरे
is the Almighty Authority. So
नहीं
won't
लगेगा।
He color me with His color?
लगेगा।
He will color me,
वो
won't He?
हमको मदद नहीं करेगा।
Won't He
combined।
help me?
मानो आप दो चल रहे हो साथ साथ।
Imagine if there's two of you walking together and somebody pushes you in the other direction. Won't the person walking with you help you? I mean, even a human being walking with you would help you. And this is God with you. Okay, even if I am weak, it doesn't matter. Baba is in a combined form with me. He has such power. Why don't you remember that? Remember that my combined form is Almighty Authority. Any soul who is weak and who can't move along on their own, if they have somebody with them who is strong, then even that weak soul can think, oh, I'm carefree. There's somebody there to look after me, to hold me. In India, many times they say, you know, women shouldn't go alone because anything could happen. But if a policeman's with them, do they need to be scared? All these ministers who go around, they have their own bodyguards, their black cat people with them, don't they? The commando force with them. You know those black people, the ones who wear black clothes and they have guns with them? What do you call them? Commando force? I think they're called black eyes as well, aren't they? Black cat, no, it's black cat. So in India, the highest security personnel are called black cats. So the ministers feel, oh, we're safe with them. They still get hit by bullets, but they think that they're safe. So I am combined with Baba. I'm not alone. Sometimes I hear that the double foreigners feel a bit lonely, you know, they think, oh, I'm alone, there's nobody to ask how I am, I live by myself. Why are you alone? Why do you think like that? Have you forgotten that you're combined? You're not alone. That combined form is always with you and nobody can separate you from it. That's why you should never ever get disheartened. If you feel disheartened, it means that you've obviously forgotten Baba. You've forgotten the combined form. And you can't even feel lonely ever. Why? Because to be alone means that I've got no one to speak to, no one to talk to. There's nobody to listen to what I have to say or to talk to me. Why don't you talk to Baba? Baba can always be with us. When you meet the daddies and diddies, they're always busy. They don't have time. But has Baba ever said to you, I haven't got time for you? In the Sakar form it was a little bit different, but as a Vyakt Baba, in the subtle region, when he comes here, he doesn't even have enough time to give you all drishti. It's a little bit different in the Sakar world, in the corporeal world. But Brahma Baba sitting in the subtle region and Shiv Baba in the soul world, they are never busy. It doesn't matter how many hundreds of thousands of people want to meet them. They can give that feeling to everyone at the same time. That feeling that they are available for them. So don't ever say again, who should I speak to? Nobody asks about me. The comforter of hearts is with you, and you think nobody is there to talk to you and to ask how your heart is? You know, some sisters even give their experience of how something happened, and they just said, Baba, Baba, this has happened. Baba, I hope you're listening. Baba, are you watching me? And they say, look, Baba, such and such a thing has happened. Now you should know what to do. I'm going to be a careful emperor. Baba, I have this right over you. You have to give me cooperation. Will you give the cooperation, won't you? Oh, but he is tied in cooperation to you. Once one of the foreigners gave me a really nice experience. She said to me, she said that you say Baba's with me, but I think my uncles should also be with me, you know, the brothers of Brahma Baba, my uncles, Uncle Vishnu and Uncle Shankar. Uncle. Uncle or grandfather? Uncle. Because in India, the elder brother of your father and the younger brother of your father are separate. They're different. They've got different names. So Daddy's saying, okay, big uncle and small uncle. So I tell Shankar, hey, Mr. Shankar, you've got to listen to me. Hey, Vishnuji, you have to listen to me. She says, I feel not only Brahma, but all three of them are with me. Keep a right on Baba. Have a right on Baba. Why should I have a burden on me? I have come to lift all your burdens. This is what Baba says to us. He's promised
हम
us.
सबका बोझ उठाने
He
हैं।
says, I come only to lift all your burdens from you.
तो हम अपने ऊपर क्यों बोझ रखें?
So why should we keep that burden on us then?
और बोझ रखने के बाद फिर भारी भी हम ही होते हैं।
And if we have a burden on us, we feel heavy,
याद नहीं करते हैं।
and we don't remember Him, then we start to ask Him. We request, Baba, please take this burden away. I'm so tired. And Baba turns around and says, why have you picked up the burden? Who told you to pick up such a heavy load? Don't forget, Baba is tied to each one of us. Baba has come only because of us. We have such a right over Him. Don't think Baba has come for all of us, no. Baba has come especially for me. So I have a right over Him. Why shouldn't I take His help? When Baba is telling you, I am your friend, I am your beloved, then take cooperation and help from Him. The one who's giving wants to give, and the one who's taking is thinking about it. Is that right? So have a full right over Baba. Baba, this happened, Baba, that happened, like a small child. You know, a small child goes out, and if somebody says something and frightens them, they run back and say, Mom, this happens, and they go to sleep in their mother's lap. So, in front of Baba, we're just such small children. We can sleep in Baba's lap. And we can say, Baba, you know what you're doing. You do what you have to do. You have to cooperate with me. Keep that right on Baba. You will never get such a right over anyone else. Will you ever get such a right on anyone? So what are you going to do now? Combined? All combined? Not that He is with you, He is combined with you. Not just a companion. And have complete right over Him. Anything happens, just say, Baba, Baba, Baba. Just get stuck to Baba. If a small child goes out and something happens, what do? Children run back to their mother and father and cling to them. They get stuck to them. I am just a trustee. The one responsible for me is Baba. I am not responsible. The one who is responsible over me, for me, is Baba. And Baba is the one who has 1,000 arms. We say 1,000 arms, but is there any limit to Baba's power? He can do anything in a second. But we have to take that cooperation from Him. If we keep that burden on us, with us, and if we keep making effort, what's the point? Why should we even make any effort? The cooperation of the Almighty Authority is with me. In Hindi we say, where there is Shakti or power, there is Mukti or liberation. Shakti comes for Mukti. So if the Almighty Authority, the one with all powers, is with me, then I am liberated, I'm free from anything, from everything. I should just be a carefree emperor. Just remember that. You know, when I was once very small, you may have heard this story before, but we used to get the Illustrated Weekly in Karachi. And do you remember President Churchill? I can't remember who he was. Was he President of America? Yes, so there was a photo of Churchill in that newspaper. He had shown the sign of V for victory. He has shown victory, the sign of victory. We were very small at that time, and when Baba wanted to call us, he used to clap his hands and we'd all run to him. So on that particular day, we were there around him, so Baba showed us. He said, look, today he shows a sign of victory because he is president. But tomorrow, when he is thrown off his chair, he won't be victorious, will he? You are the ones who are victorious. You are the ones who will always have victory. And even when we used to sit together in yoga, Baba used to put a tilak on our head in the shape of a V. He used to say that you should be so intoxicated that victory is your birthright. Now, we can't sit every day and put a V sign on our forehead, but just think, you know, at Amrit Vela, that yes, I am victorious. Every day in your awareness, start with this awareness that I am victorious. We are already victorious. We will be winners. Because victory is already there. Baba is combined. So how could we ever be defeated? Can we be defeated? Who is going to win? Can anyone but God win? The 5 Pandavas won because God was on their side. So Baba is combined with us. He is the Almighty Authority, which means we can never be defeated, we can never lose. Our awareness should always have this feeling that I'm going to be victorious. And we haven't just been victorious once. It's not just in this kalpa that I'm going to be victorious. We've been round the cycle so many times. So how many times have I been victorious? So aren't we going to be victorious once again? We have to be victorious. We've been it before. This is what Baba means when he says a victorious intellect. A faithful intellect will always have victory. Problems only start when I have doubt with myself. Will I be victorious or not? What will happen? I hope this doesn't happen. I hope that doesn't happen. So it's like you start to doubt yourself. So a doubtful intellect is always defeated. Don't ever have any doubts about yourself. Always have faith in yourself. Baba is combined with me. Is there anything that we can't do together? When Baba says that success is your birthright, it's a necklace around your neck. They talk about success in all the scriptures. They say that the Pandavas were the ones who were victorious. So where else will success go? It has to come to us. Success is with us. So have such faith in your intellect and don't just move along, fly. The days of walking are gone. Now it's days to fly. Baba had said around the time of Deepmala, Diwali, he said always have special zeal and enthusiasm. Make sure you've got these 2 wings. I know you already got the 2 wings of Gyan and Yoga, but have the wings of zeal and enthusiasm, because you are the ones who are going to be victorious. Wherever there is zeal and enthusiasm, there can never be defeat. Any of you do any work with zeal and enthusiasm, haven't you always experienced that there's enthusiasm and enthusiasm leads to victory? The minute you think, oh, I don't know if it'll happen, the minute you say that, it's like there's a leaf that gets cut off the Brahmana tree. Doubt cuts you off.
इसीलिए बाबा कहता है पता नहीं होगा नहीं.
That's why Baba says to say, I don't know, will it happen, won't it happen? Don't let these words even come near you.
हमारे ब्राह्मण डिक्शनरी में ये है नहीं.
These words don't exist in our Brahmin dictionary. These words just do not exist.
पता है हमको त्रिकालदर्शी है.
We know we are Trikaldarshi. How can we ask, will it happen or won't it? If you are Trikaldarshi, how can you ask such a question? Whatever words Baba says, we should accept them in the form of blessing. And we have to use those blessings. You read a blessing every morning, don't you? But do you use it in your day-to-day life? Use that blessing all the time. It's a blessing from God. There's always strength in a blessing, but only if you use it. If you don't use the blessing, then there's no strength in it. Then if you use blessings, it's an easy path, there's no burden. Is it okay? Will you remember? Combined. Have you written it on your forehead? Don't write it in your diary, write it on your forehead. Write it on your forehead. I am combined. I am combined. I am not alone. The one with 1,000 arms is combined with me. Okay? Remember Baba with a right. Tell him this is what we have to do. Then see how much enjoyment, how much fun there is.
There are just a few questions. I will just ask Dadi on behalf of you. Dadiji, your present state is a very inspiration for all of us. Could you please share with us the type of effort and
So some questions.
in the
Dadi, your present stage is very inspirational. Could you share with us some of the effort that you made in your childhood?
तो आप अपने जीवन में बचपन से ऐसा क्या प्रैक्टिस किया, अभ्यास किया है, क्या पुरुषार्थ किया है जिसके आधार से आपकी जीवन इतनी अच्छी बनी, वो हमको सुनाएं।
हमने तो बता दिया।
I've already told you my answer.
बचपन सदा अपने को एक तो कंबाइन समझते हैं।
One thing is that I don't get disheartened about anything. I always consider myself to be combined. And if anything happens, I just keep talking to Baba about it. And with that, what happens is that with that awareness, that remembrance of Baba, and the feeling that Baba is right in front of me, then he also hears what I say, and when he hears what I say, I get more strength. And according to the drama, it's just been my fortune that I've been with Sakar Baba and Mama. And so he became my Lokik father, my spiritual father, and my Paralokik father. I don't remember anyone else. So Baba gave us sustenance just as a Lokik father would. And I suppose in the drama it was just my fortune in a way that I received such sustenance from Baba. That's why I find it so easy. Yes, test papers do come, but I don't let them influence me. They come and they go. Just like if you pour water on something smooth, not even one drop remains. Don't think test papers won't come, they will. You can't pass unless there's a test paper in front of you. But okay, they let them come. How can you say I don't want any test papers? They have to come, and they will come. As your responsibilities increase, the test papers also become more difficult. But just don't let them influence you. But whatever happens, just put it in front of Baba, and everything will become easy. The second question. Is it possible only to progress when there's difficult situations in front of us? Or can we also progress when there's happiness, peace around us? So do you think that if everything around us is peaceful, that we can still progress, still make effort? Do we necessarily need an adverse situation to move forward? Circumstances only come to test us. For example, if I say I am a Master Almighty Authority, and I think, oh, I do have the power to tolerate, how would I know that I really do have it? I'll only know that I have it if I get tested. So circumstances and tests only come to check. They become a method for me to check myself and see how much power I have. But even without circumstances, we can still prepare for the next test paper. First you study, don't you? Then you get your test paper. You don't study whilst you're giving the test paper. So problems will come not to make you make effort. We should keep making effort all the time. The test paper, the problems just come so that we can check within ourselves how much percentage of each power I have. And then we find out what our result is.
दूसरा प्रश्न है दादी कि मुझे ज्ञान तो बहुत अच्छा लगता है और मैं इस ज्ञान के बारे में सारा समय बहुत खुशी से सोचता रहता हूँ.
Daddy, I love knowledge, Gyan, a lot, and I think about Gyan a lot. And I know that I have to commit my whole life to Baba. But when I think about commitment, I feel a bit scared. Why do I feel scared when I know that this is what I have to do? I love knowledge, but commitment seems to frighten me a bit. The reason for fear is
पता तो पड़ता है ना, कोई छिपता तो बात है ही नहीं।
because we see
जो
other people's
में
lives,
भले सरेंडर हो गए, लेकिन इतना कुछ आगे नहीं
especially the
बढ़ रहे
lives
हैं,
of
या
those
कोई
who
कमी
may
रह
have
गई है,
surrendered,
तो उन
but
लोगों को देख करके डर लगता है,
they
पता
haven't
नहीं
done it with a lot of
हमको
faith.
ऐसा होगा।
And so we see
लेकिन
their
बाबा
lives and we
कहते
think, I hope that doesn't happen to me.
मम्मा हमको कहती थी, तो जब भी पुरुषार्थ करना हो ना आपको
But what
आगे
Baba
बढ़ने
says
का,
is,
तो जो
when you want to make
आगे
effort
है,
to move forward,
पुरुषार्थ में आगे है,
look
उनको
at
follow करो।
those or follow
और दिल
those
शिकस्त
and
को देख करके
be
तो
inspired
डर
by them.
लगेगी या दिल शिकस्त होगी। तो
If you look
हमको
at those who are
देखना
weak,
चाहिए,
you'll get disheartened. If you look at those who are strong, you'll feel enthusiastic.
थोड़ा डर बैठ जाता है, सुनी सुनाई की बात।
Yeah, sometimes when you hear things around you, you can feel a little bit scared. That's normal.
अकाउंट के बारे में, तो क्या हम ऐसा समझे कि जब हमारा सब कर्मों का हिसाब किताब चुप्तो हो जाता है, तभी हमको गहराई से महसूसता की शक्ति आएगी, या महसूसता की शक्ति के आधार से ही हम अपने कर्मों के हिसाब किताब को चुप्तो
Daddy,
कर
is it
सकते
that
हैं?
when our karmic bondages break, that we will realize? Or do you realize first and then break your karmic accounts? Daddy's answer is no. First you realize, you have realizations, then karmic accounts are broken. And then you have an attainment, and that attainment helps you have enthusiasm. It's only when you realize your karmic bondage that you can actually finish it. There shouldn't even be a slightest trace of karmic account within us. So first you have realization, that leads to reality. Many times Baba has said, recognize your own speciality and use it in service. What does this mean? If we don't recognize our own specialities, does it mean we can't use it in service? How do we recognize our specialities? I actually think that each one of you does know what your speciality is. Whether it's speciality in action, in activity. Suppose I don't have any other speciality, I don't know how to read the Murli properly or do any task very well, but I'm a hard worker, and whatever I'm given to do, I do that nicely, properly. Then and if I do that properly, it means that if I do that properly and I keep increasing that particular task that I'm doing, I keep increasing my enthusiasm for it, then I will actually end up passing in all 4 subjects. Because your speciality is that you're a hard worker and that whatever you're given to do, you do it properly and you finish it. It means that you are applying your intellect properly in that task. So you'll get 100% marks in that particular instance, in that circumstance, and you'll be given some better to do next time. And when you do a task properly, you get blessings from other people. So when you do a task well, successfully, the person who's given you the task to do would be happy and they'd give you blessings. The rest of the family who see you doing that task will give you blessings. And when those feelings emerge from them as blessings, they help you move forward. So it doesn't matter, even if you don't know what your specialities are, sit in front of Baba and ask him. And he will reply, he'll let you know.
Thank you, Dadi. वैसे तो और भी बहुत प्रश्न हैं पर समय की
There are many other questions, but we don't have that much time.